All praise, honor, and glory going to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Krakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, salutation to all you Akim that's out there pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity by way of the highways and byways, going out in the streets, teaching and preaching, and also by way of the internet. Shalom to you very few sisters out there listening and learning, you Aquaf that's out there listening and learning. It's your brother Nayab, and I'm back with another news update. There's a couple videos I wasn't able to save. You know, sometimes TikTok don't let you save the content, which I can see why, you know, on some videos. But on this particular video, which I think I had this video shared before, but it's basically the small hat and big noses people. You know who I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and let that play. All right. The profile name, though, is Melissa Redpill. All right. So, oh, yeah, hold on. This is for fair use, fair use, fair use. It's not for any type of monetary gain. It's for educational purposes only. Again, this is for educational purposes only.
A loophole that allows accused and convicted American pedophiles to escape justice by moving to Israel.
Jewish Community Watch, an organization that hunts down accused pedophiles who flee to Israel from the U.S., exploiting a process called Law of Return, whereby any Jewish person can move to Israel and automatically gain citizenship. Yom Tov pled guilty in 2002 to sexually abusing and committing lewd acts against 3 other boys. He served jail time, but when he was released, he violated his probation and, according to JCW, fled to Israel with help from individuals within the Orthodox Jewish community.
The same thing that's going on in the Catholic Church right now around the world.
And they, you know, there you go. At first, when it had came out, I thought it was talking about, little girls. But hey, man, these so-called white people is touching on little boys, man. You know, and then saying they the best people on earth. Anyway, I'm about to get into the videos again. It's for fair use, educational purposes only, and this is not for any type of monetary gain. I got a whole bunch of videos. My bad, I was sick. A little bit too much drinking, that's all. So yeah, we back.
They're deporting people to Djibouti. That's East Africa, and a bunch of countries on it. It's basically a gas station. Yeah, people thought they were going to Louisiana, ended up in Djibouti. Crazy.
And if you have kids, then who is getting the short end of the stick? Those babies. Absolutely. And so this is why I always say to people, I'm 42 and I'm not married with any kids yet. I'm ready now. But I wanted to purposely wait till I was educated, until I had my career. I wanted to wait until I was economically stable enough to provide a life for my children and choose a man from not a perfect place, but a healthy place.
Well, yeah, your time is basically ran out. You know, your time has really ran out. There's not no man that's going to be 35, I even say 40 years old. You know, I mean, and now you're trying to start a whole family and stuff like that. You're 42 years old. Your eggs is basically gone. I mean, that's the reality of it. Your eggs is your eggs probably don't even have eggs. You know, especially with all the food people intake. And then if you even do get pregnant, you know, it's health factors to that, especially you being your age, you know. So, yeah, man, your life is over with. You know, you had the wrong mindset. You're supposed to be having children when, like, you even see people that's like in between the ages. I'm just being real, man. In between the ages of 16 and even when I was in high school, man, it'd be people to be 16, 17 years old to be pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, anywhere from about 18 to about 23, 25, man, you supposed to be dropping off them kids, you know. But, you know, you waited until now. You know, you could have been a mom this whole time, you know. And now you're not going to get a man. You're not about to get nothing that you're trying to get, you know, because you're delusional. sad reality.
So that I can say I'm not only choosing. Jews control the fucking world.
And this for fair use. Fair use. Hold on. I was gonna say something too about her. Oh, you can, a woman can go ahead and choose who she want to go ahead and sleep with, but she can't choose, who she's going to marry. It just doesn't work like that.
Jews control the fucking world. Jews control America. Jews control Wall Street, the media, the banks, Hollywood, Broadway, the fashion industry, every fucking thing in this country. Why are you taking out your aggression on the Jews? What did they do? Because they fucking control America. Treasonous bastards. What about Israel, though? What is this? The diaspora of Jews in Israel. So every Jew is bad, in other words, to you, sir. Every Jew is plotting Hey, Google it. Google Jews control Wall Street. Google Jews control Hollywood. Google Jews control America. Google Jews control everything. Read the articles. You'll see that America is controlled by Jews and their Israeli cousins. Where did this anti-Semitic rhetoric come from?
Again, he can't be. It's not Sim. It's Shem. All right. Sim doesn't exist. Shem does. All right. And he can't be anti-Shem if he comes from the bloodline of Shem. All right, I don't know. Y'all got to get away from this. That only the small hat, big nose motherfuckers, these Edomites. All right, only these Edomites, these so-called white people. They think you just can't claim a bloodline that has different nations attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes no sense. You got people, everybody that come from Shem is like, even the Arabs, the Chinese, Japanese, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. So you just can't, nigga, you ain't special. You know what I'm saying? That's that falsehood. That's that false shit. You got to stay away from that. Anyway. Educational purposes only.
Why the anti-Semitic record is pro-American? Anti-Semitism is pro-American. What about all the Jews that served and did everything for America here? Almost no Jews in the fucking military. Jews don't serve. Since the draft ended, Jews stopped serving in the military. Well, thank you for the anti-Semitic perspective of things. Respect, man. We'll Google everything, but again, thank you for the anti-Semitic perspective thing. Hollywood. Jews control everything. Type it in. Jews control everything. Wow. You know what? I wish you were right. I wish you were right. This man wishes he were right. I control spit. This is a Jew who doesn't control anything. You got the microphone and the camera, I see. What am I controlling, man? Fucking media. Who, me? ABC, NBC, CBS. We're from the Marshall Islands, though. Jews control the media worldwide. Wow. Tough words, man. But that Jew over there. Thank you for your anti-Semitic perspective again, sir. And have a good day. Enjoy the rally. Fucking happy. So what? So if they're building a wall, it's a big deal, man. Well, we build a fucking wall around Israel and keep the fucking Jews in Israel. How about that?
ICE have now started deporting people to Africa for detainment. 8 men in the custody of ICE were told that they were being moved to an ICE detainment center in Louisiana from Texas, only to their shock to find out that they later arrived in Djibouti. The men were held for weeks in shipping containers, shackles on their hands and their legs. This weekend, they were expelled to South Sudan, another country they have no ties to. This deception is highlighting the lengths at which U.S. under Trump's advisement will go to start deporting people to third-party countries under this entire ICE immigration lockdown. Lawyers for the 3 men said that once they resisted, they were told, "You're going to Louisiana. Don't worry, we're not going to deport you anywhere else." And imagine boarding a plane in Texas, thinking you're going on an hour or 2-hour flight max to Louisiana, and you end up in Djibouti.
This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." You can't trust the white man.
We know that this administration has said
So-called
that
white
they're
man.
going to start deporting people to countries they have no ties to, which will then make them migrants 2 times over or immigrants 2 times over. Because if I immigrated to America, why would you make me an immigrant in Djibouti? Happy Friday.
Everyone needs to know what is happening in China right now. For the last 70 days straight, China have been experiencing the most extreme heat event in world history. For some reason, no one is talking about it. Lakes and rivers have dried up, crops are being killed, factories have been closed, and this heat wave is still raging on. Just for perspective, this is the lake bed of China's largest freshwater source, and this is the state of the third largest river in the world. On top of that, 66 of their other rivers have dried up completely. In the daytime, you're seeing temperatures of 45 degrees Celsius. Then at night, you're not even getting a break as it's hovering around a staggering 34 degrees. A weather historian said that there is nothing in the world's climatic history which is even minimally comparable to what is happening in China right now. He says that it combines the most extreme intensity with the most extreme length with an incredibly huge area all at the same time. And the effects of something this extreme is going to affect us all. I mean, we saw the prices of food, fuel, and energy soar due to the situation in Ukraine, and this is predicted to make things a lot worse than they already are because we depend on China far more for imports than Russia and Ukraine. Experts are warning to prepare for global shortages and soaring prices as China's seemingly never-ending heat wave sears on. Everyone needs to know.
Social services spent $97,000 per homeless person to get you guys off the streets. 97,000. Yeah.
That can't be true because there's more and more people becoming homeless on the streets.
Yes, homelessness increased over the last year.
Yeah, I know. I see new faces almost every other day.
So then where the hell's the money going?
Honestly, I heard something last year. They said last year, maybe 1 to 2 mil came up missing, and I don't think $1 to $2 million comes up missing. Somebody took that shit. And they say we're the problem, but yet they want to take away our resources to help fix the problem. That doesn't make any damn sense.
And that's an obscenely high number per homeless person, which means $97,000 was applied to helping you off the streets.
No, they don't give a shit about us.
So how much money do you think was spent on you in the last year?
Zero. None. I mean, well, okay, maybe $50 on some, burgers and hot dogs that they came and, gave us in the park. Other than that,
Man, that ain't shit, man. Look how fucked up Jake is, man. Look how fucked up Jake is, man. We gotta go. We gotta go, man. We gotta fucking go. We get it. Y'all about to have a shot. Please come back, man.
We have breaking news as North Korea warns that it is ready for war. Now, it is being reported today, July 13th, that North Korea has supposedly issued a warning signaling to the United States and its allies that it is in fact ready to take any and all forms of military action against them. Now, the threat follows a U.S., South Korea, Japan aerial drill involving a U.S. strategic bomber. Now, Pyongyang sees the joint drill as a direct security threat to its sovereignty. Now, it is reported by KCNA that North Korea will respond to any, quote, provocative military acts near its territory, whereas the United States and its allies say that this drill was meant to deter any aggression, not provoke. Only one thing is clear. Tensions are certainly rising.
Wait 3 or 5 years.
Y'all know how much I hate this motherfucker, man.
Pardon me?
Are you an MS-13 member? It says so.
Hey, that's okay. Why don't you come up here and hand me that picture? Bring it. This guy wouldn't know us. We're like the surface nation. This guy ain't got the balls to be an ICE officer. He hasn't got the balls to be a border patrol agent. This guy lives in his mother's basement.
He said he don't know how to do anything. He don't know how to rule a nation, huh? Alright, hold on, y'all. Y'all already know what I'm about to get. I just got to, man. Alright. It's Proverbs 29:2, KJV. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Here we go, baby.
The only thing that surprised me, you don't have purple hair and a nose ring. Get out of here, you loser.
Trump says touching your GPS while driving will get you arrested starting this fall. Several states just passed the most restrictive driving law in American history. Beginning September 2025, if you so much as tap your phone's map or touch any GPS screen while your car is moving, you're looking at a $200 fine and 3 points straight on your license. This isn't just about texting anymore. We're talking complete GPS lockdown. Your iPhone, navigation, your car's built-in system, even those old school Garmin devices, all of them become illegal to touch the moment your wheels start rolling. Here's the crazy part. Even if you're stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic or sitting at a red light for 2 minutes, one finger tap on that screen and boom, you're violated. The only thing you can do is talk to it. Voice commands only want to change your destination mid-trip. Too bad. You better find a parking spot first. Lawmakers are calling this a life-saving measure, pointing to statistics showing GPS distraction causes over 30% of crashes. But drivers are calling it government overreach, especially people who drive for work or live in areas where you actually need directions. Trump says touching your GPS...
This place needs to be shut the hell down. The rhetoric does not match the reality from what you guys have been hearing from, I would say, Democrats, especially congressional Democrats. This place is a stunt, and they're abusing human beings here. It's actually a very well-run facility. The idea that the detainees are in there and they're in squalid conditions is just not accurate. They are essentially packed into cages, wall-to-wall humans, 32 detainees per cage. The bed was actually probably more comfortable than my bed at home.
Man, hold on, man. I gotta get another one. You heard what this nigga just said. I gotta get it, man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58, and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. This red, pink, yellowish, yellowish, this pinkish, reddish motherfucker that you see on the screen. Let's go see him be in there and lay down with them. There's a stump of mud hole in this motherfucking ass.
I'm not kidding.
Every single Israeli leader came out yesterday and said anyone who bombs a hospital is a war criminal and should be prosecuted for doing so. They're very serious about this, okay? Lots of strong words. Did they forget that in Gaza, over the past 600 days, they bombed 36 hospitals? There are literally zero fully functioning hospitals left in Gaza right now. Over the past 600 days, they bombed 40 hospitals in Lebanon. And just over the past few weeks, they targeted 3 different hospitals. Actually, Red Crescent of Iran came out today and said 5 hospitals have been targeted now. This is insane. You guys, this is the most hypocritical regime on the face of the planet. Apparently now, it's not okay to do that to hospitals. Apparently now, everyone in Israel, everyone in the Israeli government now thinks it is very, very bad to target a hospital after targeting hospitals for the past 600 days and saying, human shield, human shield, human shield. But, oh wait, actually Iran didn't even target airspace, so there's a lot of companies that use
MOTB. MOTB. That's gotta be a part of the title.
the facilities here. I work for two different companies. Both are implanted cybernetics companies. So we make implants for humans.
Do you have one?
I do. I've got 4 implants right now, and we're actually 4. This one on my hand, it's like a little grain of rice-sized chip. Scan my hand, and it goes right to my website. And then my favorite implant is my magnet in my finger. So I have a titanium-encased magnet, and I can sense electromagnetic fields. I can tell you by running my hand along like a laptop power brick, I can tell you if it's working or not. Also a great party trick, I can pick stuff up with my finger.
I was not expecting to. Are you kidding?
No.
Is that it?
You can poke it if you want.
And to you, this is like not. This is like fine.
Anything you put in your body comes with risk. If you guys want later, we're tipping somebody else. And if you guys want,
When you're offering us to put money in.
yeah.
I'm about to faint, so I say no. So
What are they doing here? I feel like this was in the corner of my eye.
Sheep brain. What? We're working in
Like this was in the corner of my eye.
sheep brain. What? We're working in
See, look, they paused it because they ain't want to tell you what they was doing. He said, we're working on brain. And then what you think he was about to say? He was going to say, ANTS. All right. That's what he was going to say. All right. He talking about stuffing that inside brains. All right. What's that sign in the background? I might be able to find out what company this is. I'll do some research later, probably.
Here is an implant that has ruptured. I mean, look at that. And
For the women to be getting all these injections.
touch it.
What's your point? To try and pretend that this, showing this implant, squeezing it, saying it's sticky, is some kind of evidence, is exactly the kind of anecdotal nonsense which has the risk of leading to tens of thousands of women having surgery which may not be indicated. We need better evidence than this.
The difference is, if that was any other implant, I would know that what was in it was medical grade silicone. I have no idea what's in that.
That's exactly why we need to do the test that we have been doing. We need to continue to do the test to see if the non-medical grade silicone has any health consequences.
Common sense would suggest that having a product that is used to make computer equipment, to fill mattresses, does not belong in the human body.
It doesn't belong in the human body, but that doesn't mean necessarily that it's harmful to the human body, and that's why we need to do the tests.
You know, the first serial killer in America is a white woman who killed slaves. And she killed a whole bunch of them. What? They caught her. Yeah. They caught her because of fire.
It wasn't serial killing then. I mean, they were slaves. It didn't matter.
Oh, God.
That dude may have got mad because you killed one? Who's going to pick up all that stuff now? Like,
Oh, no. Yes. But no, she had people chained to the walls in her crib. She just cut a butt cheek off, cut a piece of your face off, pull your intestines out and tie them up.
Where the hell did you see this at?
Man, I told you. Esau Edom, man, did do so much dirt still to this day, man. I can't wait until the Lord come back, man.
They mentioned her in American Horror Story. It's like something Del
She did this in the States?
New Orleans. And she got caught, and she got away, went to France and got married.
Bullets tearing into this home on Parliament Street in the early hours of June 28th, while the homeowner, her elderly parents, and her 9-year-old daughter are sleeping inside.
I started to cover my daughter with my body.
Surveillance video shows a man clad in black calmly walking up to the house just before 4 a.m., then opening fire. 28 bullets, she says, all aimed at her house, but miraculously missing everyone inside.
And I don't know why they're doing this.
Fearing for their safety, she and her family moved into her brother's house, but then July 6th, the same thing happens at her brother's house. A guy running down the sidewalk firing a gun, which investigators say is an AR-15. Seconds later, a car drives off, blaring its horn. Detectives haven't said if it's driven by the suspects.
I wasn't expecting this to happen to us. and twice.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office soon identified 19-year-old Juan Galvez and 18-year-old Josue Humana Guzman as suspects, and they say a spent cartridge links them to 11 shootings since April 29th, all at different locations. Both men arrested Thursday and taken to jail.
I hope and pray that they stay there forever.
Damn.
So Elon Musk is in the process of
Sound like Israelite crimes to me. Because the lady that was talking sounded like she was a Mexican or something like that, you know?
losing his fortune. Tesla is being destroyed.
So-called Mexican.
Right before our eyes. Elon Musk is on Fox News whining like the little bitch that he is. And I can't help but think about the fact that this idiot did this all to himself. Imagine if he had made a different choice in 2024. Imagine if he just decided, you know what, I'm not going to get involved in politics. I'm just going to focus on my businesses. I'm going to focus on my dream of getting to Mars. I'm staying out of politics. None of this would be happening to him right now. His net worth would be going through the roof instead of crumbling before his eyes. He attached himself to the world's most despised person, Donald Trump, and he thought there weren't going to be any consequences to him personally and to his business. I'm sorry, please don't tell me that Elon Musk is a smart man. The guy's obviously a freaking idiot. So Elon...
According to new testimony from ICE is using a website called Canary Mission, which is an Israeli group, and a Jewish group called Beitar. They're using basically kill lists from the Israelis to determine who to deport. And the list has thousands and thousands of names on it. State Department, DHS have created this list of so-called anti-Semites, Israel critics that are slated for deportation, for their visa to be revoked, for citizenship to be revoked. And they got that list from psycho-fanatical Zionist Israeli front called Canary Mission, which actually even has me on their list. It has me on their website. So go figure. $150 billion for ICE to carry out their strategic mass deportations, which mean...
So Leo Terrell, who is Trump's head of the anti-Semitism task force in America, just posted on X that he is going to eliminate taxes for Jewish people in America. His argument is that Jewish people have to pay for protection more so than your average American citizen, when in reality, they are the most protected group of people in America. I mean, this guy is the head of a Jewish anti-Semitism task force. So this is just another example of Israel stacking the deck for Jewish people in America. These people are now going to pay zero taxes because of their religion. So if I convert to Judaism, I just don't pay taxes anymore. And on top of
it, what's crazy is he can actually do that because of what he looks like. He's an Edomite. You know, he can do that. Well, he looks like an Edomite. I don't know, that nose look a little different. But, you know.
That there is a built-in anti-Semitic task force within the American government. If you don't think this country's bought and sold, I can't help you.
9. These are the floods from Indonesia today, flooding from Nepal yesterday, floods in Arkansas today, New Mexico yesterday, historic flooding in New Zealand last week, flash floods in Oklahoma today, Texas just a few days ago. Bangladesh is getting hammered with floods as well. There was a sudden storm that flooded Split.
Well, breaking fuck the news. Good morning. It is being reported
that the accomplice of Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, is willing to testify before Congress. Yep.
You want to know how bad the job market is right now in the United States of America? I had Grok answer some math for me. I said, hey, what percent of the United States population works full-time? Don't count part-time jobs and don't count anyone under the age of 18. There's probably other factors in there, but basically, I wanted to know how many people are actually working every day, going to work, working at least 40 hours a week. The answer is 20.9%. 1 out of every 5 people that you see actually have a job working full-time. But it gets crazier. Out of that 20%, 8% are millennials. 7% are Gen X. 2.8% are boomers, and 2.8% is Gen Z.
We will send them Patriots, which they desperately need, because Putin really surprised a lot of people. He talks nice and then he bombs everybody in the evening. So there's a little bit of a problem there, and I don't like it. I haven't agreed on the number yet, but they're going to have some because they do need protection. But the European Union is paying for it. We're not paying anything for it, but we will send it. It'll be business for us.
They deporting people in John Wayne Airport. And this army.
That's another cargo. Hey, you never know when you're gonna go in there. You might go 100 miles out into the ocean, and then they just drop you in that bitch. Man, if I seen that plane as soon as I arrived or some shit, I know it's a wrap.
I see it live today. Unbelievable. In John Wayne Airport.
To receive aid in the floods in Texas right now, you're required to sign a pledge to Israel. This is an Israeli loyalty oath that anybody who wants government assistance or help is being forced to sign. In 29
Man, it's a lot of shit that's going on, yo, with these small hats.
A Texas law was passed that in order to get any government assistance, you had to promise not to boycott Israel. To receive aid in the floods in Texas right now, you're required to sign a pledge to Israel. This is an Israeli loyalty oath that anybody who wants government assistance or help is being forced to sign. In 2019, a Texas law was passed that in order to get any government
Them motherfuckers on government assistance.
You had to promise not to boycott Israel. To receive aid in the floods in Texas.
It's a terrible tragedy for the family and the residents, and the fire department, the police, the EMS, everybody did a 5-star job, doing their best they could to rescue as many people. As the chief said, when he got here, people were hanging out the windows, but they worked some more, and they saved a lot of people's lives tonight.
Oh yeah, they ain't let me get that wildfire in Canada. That's what it was. It's another video.
And that's a great thing for our public safety divisions.
We have some news right now. ICE is preparing to turbocharge deportations of individuals to countries where they are not from, may not have any common language, and may have no association with, according to a new memo obtained by the Washington Post. ICE officials are now being instructed that they theoretically can deport undocumented individuals from the United States of America to third countries where they have no connection to. What's even more concerning is that this memo outlines that in exigent circumstances that individuals can be deported with just 6 hours notice, and the United States has not received diplomatic assurances from all of these third countries that individuals who arrive won't face human rights abuses, torture, or other abuses upon arrival. So what we're potentially about to see is an ICE deportation mechanism in which individuals in the United States of America are literally picked up on the streets and sent to countries that they are not from. We'll see which countries accept these individuals. Spread the word so more people know what's about to happen.
Is Israel an ally of the United States?
No.
You say Israel is not an ally. That is not an opinion that people hear a lot. Why is that?
They have been constantly pushing America toward more aggressive policies, toward getting in more fights. And just like I always say, if you went out to the bar every single night with your friend, and every night your friend's trying to convince you to get into a fight, and while you're beating a lot of people up, you're also taking a lot of wounds, and you're going to jail, and you're getting in trouble, you got to stop hanging out with that friend. And so I think that, you know what, I also don't believe in welfare, and they shouldn't get another dime of U.S. taxpayer money, and they should not. So, hold on. Their lobby should register as a foreign
That's a good segue. Finish that.
and they should stop blackmailing our politics.
Got it. So, back to Josh.
I'm disappointed in President Putin because I thought we would have had a deal 2 months ago, but it doesn't seem to get there. So based on that, we're going to be doing secondary tariffs if we don't have a deal in 50 days. It's very simple. And they'll be at 100%. And that's the way it is. It can be more simple. It's just the way it is. I hope we don't have to do it.
Here's my house. Here is the accident right next door.
The police are looking for the man who was firing block switch and viral camera footage. They're offering $20,000 for him and 2 other shooters. 3 were killed, 9 were injured. Y'all unfamiliar with this is what they talking about. And this kind of hit home for me, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, I remember making a story about Philly folk and how these streets is made, folk, and how you can either run forward or backwards. It's not no cuts to hit. It's not no alleys, gates to jump, none of that, folk. And a lot of people, 90% of the people agree with me, folk. But a lot of people, folk, like, they was just thirsty to disagree, folk. And this is why you can't, like, this is why I said what I said about Philly, folk, because I seen the geography, folk. And when you literally built like this, it's like a death trap, folk. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, in the right, folk, people can run 1,000 different ways, folk. Imagine how many girls was on that block, folk. Niggas just, you so jam-packed and confined to this side of the street or that side of the street, motherfucker just gotta sit on the porch and shoot. Like, I was watching that video, that wasn't the extensive video, bro, but the actual video, folk, you literally see these 3 niggas, folk, all firing at the same spot. And one of the niggas got a switch. The other nigga's right behind him going, and there's a nigga in front of both of them going, like, and the nigga that's in front of both of them, you can see he's trying to blow. But at the same time, he know 4 of them is behind him shooting too, so he don't want to duck his head up at the wrong time and his homie tap his muffin. Like, imagine trying to shoot back at some niggas, and the only way shooters can shoot from is literally behind you. You trying to get off, but you got 2 niggas behind you getting off as well. So now you got to duck with your pipe and shit like that because you don't want one of your homies that's shooting behind you to tap your muffin, folk. I couldn't imagine being in the right, folk. That's why it's so much murders happening in the right, folk. There's so many ways to go. Killers get smart. I'm gonna bounce off from that side, you bounce off from this cut, I'm gonna bounce off from that alley. They gonna run this way, you gonna be over that way, and you switch their ass down. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's like, nah, gang, gonna broke it's like, nah, bro.
Israeli strikes in Gaza today killed at least 32 people. One of the strikes was on a water collection point where 10 people died, 6 of them children. The Israeli military said the site was not the intended target, but the missile malfunctioned. Strikes also hit a home in central Gaza where 9 people died, and a group of people walking along a Gaza City street, killing 11, including a surgeon on his way to work. Gaza officials say the Palestinian death toll so far in 21 months of war has surpassed 58,000. And in the occupied West Bank, funerals were held for 2 Palestinians killed by settlers this past week, including U.S.-born Palestinian-American Saifullah Musalat.
Let me get your reaction. A federal judge in Los Angeles temporarily blocked ICE raids in Southern California, saying that federal agents cannot target people without reasonable suspicion and using factors like skin color, the language that people speak. Will you comply with the judge's order?
Absolutely, but we've never done that.
We've never done that. What we have always done is built a case and done investigative work in who we go after and who we target.
Secretary Tom Home and the White House border czar said as much this week. He told Fox News that physical appearance was a factor in detaining individuals. What do you say to those who hear that and say that is racial profiling?
The facts of how we do our investigations and our casework and what ICE officers are doing today is they're going out there and building a case just like other law enforcement officers do.
Racial profiling, bitch.
I wish I was near the beach so I could go swimming. This is nowhere near the water, y'all. Like, that's the crazy part. It's no waterfronts over here. It's no beaches, no nothing. What? They said mine? Hold on, y'all. I'm going to put the cash app back. It disappeared because it only stayed for 1 minute. I don't know why I do that. Plainfield, New Jersey.
And that's the last video. So with that, give all praise, honor, and glory going to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Shem Kakadash. Until next time, Shalom.